Ava adjusted the microphone, her heart pounding a familiar rhythm against her ribs.
Starlight Tavern, with its dim lights and the scent of old wood and anticipation, always made her nervous. But tonight the feeling was amplified.
She hadn't stepped on this stage in years, not since...
She pushed the thought away, her fingers finding the familiar chords of her guitar. Ava closed her eyes, and the music flowed. It was her story, a tapestry of dreams and heartbreaks, woven into melodies that resonated deep within her soul. As her voice soared, the room fell silent, captivated by her raw, emotional performance.
A hush fell over the room as she finished the last note. Applause erupted, washing over her in waves.
Ava breathed deeply, the warmth of the spotlight, a comforting embrace. A sense of accomplishment washed over her. Maybe coming back here wasn't a mistake. Then she saw him. He was leaning against the bar, his silhouette framed by the soft glow of a nearby lamp. Noah. Even after all these years, she'd recognized that strong jawline, those kind eyes that always seemed to see right through her.
Their eyes met across the room, and a jolt of electricity shot through Ava. Memories flooded back. Stolen kisses in the music room, whispered promises under the starlit sky, the bittersweet pain of their goodbye.
He looked more mature now, his boyish features replaced with a rugged handsomeness, but his eyes, they still held the same warmth, the same spark that had drawn her to him all those years ago.
Noah pushed his way through the crowd, a gentle smile spreading across his face as he neared her. He stopped in front of her, his gaze intense.
"Ava," he breathed, his voice a low rumble that sent shivers down her spine. "You were amazing."
Ava's heart ached with a mix of longing and apprehension. "Noah," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the fading applause. "What are you doing here?"
"I heard you were back," Noah said, his eyes never leaving hers. "I had to hear you sing."
He'd always been her biggest supporter, her most ardent fan. Back then, he was just a lanky boy with a head full of dreams, just like her. Now, she'd heard whispers of his success as a music producer.
The night melted away as they talked, catching up on lost time, their laughter mingling with the soft murmur of conversations around them.
Noah suggested a duet, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Ava hesitated, a familiar nervousness gripping her. But the warmth in his gaze, the unspoken plea in his eyes, broke down her resistance.
They started with a classic, their voices blending effortlessly, the years of separation fading away with each note.
Noah's gaze held hers, his voice a warm caress against the melody of her own.
"Your voice," he murmured as the last note faded. "It's my melody."
Ava's heart swelled with a love she thought she'd buried long ago. "And you," she whispered back, her hand finding his. "You're my rhythm, my beat."
The impromptu duet sparked something between them, a rekindled flame that burned brighter with each passing night. They started spending every free moment together, their shared love for music, the bridge that spanned the years they'd been apart.
Noah's studio became their sanctuary, a place where melodies intertwined with whispered confessions and stolen kisses.
One night, as they sat amidst a jumble of instruments and sheet music, Noah played a melody, a haunting tune that tugged at Ava's heartstrings.
"This," he said, his gaze intense, "this is our song."
Ava's fingers danced over the piano keys, adding her own layer of emotion to the melody. The words came easily, pouring out of her soul, lyrics that spoke of second chances, of a love rekindled under the starlight. It was their story, set to music, a testament to the enduring power of their connection. Weeks later, Ava stood on the Starlight Tavern stage, a familiar nervousness fluttering in her stomach. But this time it was different. This time Noah was beside her, his presence a source of strength and comfort.
They were about to debut their song, the culmination of their rekindled love, their shared passion.
The opening chords of Starlight's Serenade filled the room, the melody both haunting and hopeful. As Ava's voice soared, intertwined with Noah's harmonies, a hush fell over the audience. Their voices blended perfectly, a tapestry of love and longing, their gazes locked in a silent conversation that spoke volumes.
When the last note faded, the silence stretched, pregnant with emotion. Then the applause erupted, thunderous and heartfelt.
Ava looked at Noah, his eyes shining with pride and love. This was their moment, their song, a testament to the enduring power of love and music. And as the melody of Starlight Serenade lingered in the air, Ava knew their love story was just beginning.